2 months away from cryptocurrency exploding. We're on September 2nd, 2023. And unlike other bull runs, we have many other factors that are playing a huge part. We're coming into this bull run with a country that is completely over leveraged, more debt than it has income. We went from asset managers saying it's used for money laundering to now it's a flight to quality. And now your asset managers can offer it to you. Now we have banks moving towards blockchain technology. So think about this for just a moment. Before, it was complete pie in the sky. And now, is it a legit asset class that will be used by your banks by 2030? So I'm going to break down today. We have the presidential election organically, usually brings up the stock markets and crypto market. Number two is we have M2 money supply, and we have a huge meeting coming up in September that we all need to pay attention to. But remember, always be prepared with an exit plan, because what goes up must come down, and you will always be the exit liquidity. All right, so let's dive right into this video. So the first thing that we're going to take a look at is this was posted by Good Morning Crypto on, I believe, Friday. And it shows this chart right here. It's the huge Bitcoin has entered the most explosive price action after the US election. So this is pretty organic, right? This happens around almost all presidential elections. There's an increase in the stock market, okay? Now, the difference that we're facing right now is from 2020 to 2024, they printed more money than in history. The G7 and America are over leveraged. We have more debt than we have income. So they're in this polarizing moment right now where they're trying to bring down inflation. The job markets are getting completely jacked up, and they may be lowering interest rates, but we're still over leveraged, right? We have a debt problem. Now, Bitcoin is this flight to quality. So as we break this down, 94% of the supply is gone, 6% is left. It's only going to be mined for 116 years. And remember, financial systems usually last about 100 years, and then we go into a big change. Isn't that ironic that in 2009, Bitcoin's inception, the BRICS was created: Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. And now we're going into implementation phase, and they're only going to mine it for another 116 years. And every single day they mine it, it becomes more scarce, specifically every 4 years as the rewards for mining go down. So we have the presidential election coming up. Okay, that's November 4th. November 5th, we'll wake up and we'll see if it goes right or if it goes left. And that's going to make this go up organically. Okay, now Trump punts on the promise to deliver plans to make U.S. crypto capital of the planet. So if it goes right, we're going to see a big, huge parabolic move in crypto. If it goes left, you're still going to see a move in crypto. I think there'll be a lot more red tape and a lot more regulation. There'll be a very different look. You're looking more CBDC, more centralized control. If the right comes on board, you're going to look at more decentralization. I wouldn't say maybe decentralization, some decentralization and public and private sectors coming together, more of an even playing field. Trump told us 7 years ago we're going to be on an even playing field much sooner than we know. Okay, so this is what we need to pay attention to right here. When is the Fed's next meeting? I highlighted it down here. The FOMC holds its 8 regular scheduled meetings, holds 8 regular scheduled meetings per year. The next meeting takes place on September 17th and 18th. So we got to pay very, very closely to this. So we have September 17th and 18th. Right after the presidential election, we'll have the 6th and 7th. Then we have December 17th and 18th. Now, all of these are going to have a direct reflect on the markets. What we do believe is that this one right here is they're going to lower interest rates, okay? So that's going to create an organic move in the stock market. Then we also need to pay attention here, as I showed you guys in my last couple videos, is money supply, right? You see right here where they printed tons of money. Bitcoin went up, went up, went up, went up. And then I'm going to show you the direct correlation. And then it went down, down, down. Then we came down here in 2023. Money supply went negative. We had our first, our bond yields inverted. Our first bank collapsed, right? And a lot of people don't realize, but the Fed's created a loan program for the banks, which kept them alive. Then we had another bank collapse in beginning of 2024. And right around here, Larry Fink said that Bitcoin's a flight to quality. By 2024, we had a Bitcoin ETF. And all of a sudden, now your financial advisors can offer you Bitcoin. Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase, JP Morgan, all have access to BlackRock's ETF. BlackRock is one of the largest holders in Bitcoin now. MicroStrategies is the largest, I think, is the largest holder in Bitcoin. Vanguard and BlackRock are some of the largest holders in MicroStrategies. And then right about this time, the Ripple case ends. By chance? Not too sure. I don't know. I like to follow trends. I like to study history to predict the future. Then right here, you see as all this changed, this is April, well, excuse me. So we had a couple months till the case ended, but May, April, we see money supply go positive. And now we're starting to see a positive uptrend. So we have the results all the way up to July 2024. Oh, the report came out. Oh, shoot. Yeah. Over the weekend, it looks like it came out. So July went up 1 point. Yeah, I said it correctly. So I said 1.9 and it went up 1.26. We're almost exactly right. So July reports have come out. So money supply has now jumped. I didn't even notice that the report updated. So 0.98, it jumped up to 1.6, 1.26. So money supply is now going up. August will probably be 1.5, maybe 2%. And then you're going to see interest rates go down, printing machine turn back on, which is going to make your crypto go up. Okay, so here's a chart right here on Bitcoin Magazine Pro, global liquidity M2 versus Bitcoin. So there's a direct correlation. I mean, there's a wave up, you see the wave down. So this is money supply right here. I believe blue is money supply. Yep, M2 money supply. And then you have Bitcoin. So here's where we're at right now, right? So supply goes up organically, Bitcoin's going to go up. Okay, so this is a really, really, really important time right now. So what do I do during these times? I'm going to break down 2020 to 2022 and what I'm going to be doing 2024 to 2026. What I believe is we're going to see a nice parabolic move on the back end of 2024. It's going to go up. Okay. It'll be November, December, January, February, March, April. Remember, just remember this, write this down. Sell in May and go away. Organically, around May, everybody starts to sell off. We go into summertime. You got June, July, August. There's always a down slope in June, July, August, just organically in markets. Remember, sell in May, go away. So if you were planning to exit the markets, I'm going to be pulling profits during that time. Okay. I only pull profits though if it hits my exit targets. So I have exit targets on the way up. The reason why I do multiple targets on the way up is because when everybody, let's say when it's peaking, say if it's peaking January, February, I'm not a chart person, but I assume it'll be peaking anywhere from December, January, February, March, right? When it's peaking, everybody's going to try to catch the top. And they didn't sell anything on the way up. Well, the exchanges organically shut down, not organically, but strategically shut down because they're being liquidated. And then you get stuck at the top and you come sliding down the back end, right? I pull profits on the way up. I pull it down the risk pyramid. So now let's go back to 2020 to 2022. So in 2020, I started to insure my money, right? So as I pulled profits, I started to insure my wealth, pulling it down from the top of the risk pyramid down to the bottom of the risk pyramid, which is tier one capital. Everybody insures their cars, their houses, their lives, but they don't think about insuring their money. I insure my money. I use Index Universal Life. Some people use Whole Life. I like banking on myself. Okay. That's one aspect that I did. I also expanded my companies to make sure that I had passive income. I got myself out of working in the companies and I scaled myself to run the companies. So with the passive income that comes to its active income, I run the companies. Wednesday and Friday I get paid by my companies. I allocate that back into the capital markets. I didn't buy houses, Lambos, bunch of nice shit. I put it back into the capital markets. Along the way, I bought a little bit of silver. I put more money into self-development because this is the number one asset. We are now heading into real estate. I got real estate, a little bit of real estate. Now we're going to be heading into multifamily as we move forward because we need tax liabilities. We need the appreciation. I'm not really worried about the doors. I can make a lot more money off business, but we do need the real estate for depreciation, tax benefits, all that stuff. Okay. So now this bull run, now we're in 2024. So I accumulated when everybody was running from crypto, I accumulated from 2022 to 2024. And now I'm going to exit the same thing. So this exit is going to be max funding the policies. Okay. Making sure they're all max funded, which is creating that security for the future. Okay. I'm going to stay where I'm at with businesses. I'm just going to work to double down on our businesses to make them more effective, to make them more efficient and future-proof them into the future. Okay. I'll buy some more silver for bartability, obviously invest in more self-development. And then we're heading big into real estate. And then when the markets come collapsing down in 2026, I will repeat this process. I will go heavy into accumulation stage from 2026, 2027, 2028, and I think it'll be 2029 when we make the transition. And then by 2030, all the banks it'll be normal. Cryptocurrency will be normal. It'll be a normal thing. It'll just be a normal asset class. It'll be something people invest in. And a lot of people won't even know they're using cryptocurrency. That's the issue. Everybody who's denying it, everybody who's resisting it. Remember, first they resist it, then they sue it, then they regulate it, then they join it. That's what I got for you guys today. So it's going to be a great week, phenomenal week. Remember, this God is good, Christ is King all the time. I highly recommend. One of the biggest things that makes me the richest man in the world is here and here. It's my relationship with Christ Jesus, Yeshua, and following God. So I love all of you guys with all of my heart. If you need any support at all, do me a huge favor. Click the description of this video down below or click the link in my bio. There's a needs assessment there. I want to be very clear. I get hundreds of messages on how I insure my wealth. If you fill out the needs assessment, a qualified team member will reach out to you based on your needs. Okay. It's about what you need. So fill that out. If you're interested in how I insure my wealth, fill out the needs assessment and a qualified team member will reach out to you. They'll call you, they'll text you, they'll email you from my team, all 50 states and Canada. So I love you guys. I appreciate you, and I'll see you on the inside. Warriors, rise, get your shit together. Let's go.